Hey liberals, I'm talking to you. I'm going to go over Trump's accomplishments and policies, especially for the black community, and then I'm all followed up with some accomplishments he did for America. Now, I hear that Trump is one of the racist president we ever had. So let's look at these policies. Let's determine how racist he really is, and let's go over it. First thing Trump did when he was elected, he set up monthly meetings for black leaders and the Black Caucus to attend. The Black Caucus is elected government officials. They have yet to sit down one time with President Trump. These members are saying that it's a waste of our time. But other black leaders in the community have sat down. For example, with Kanye West, Jim Brown, Martin Luther King III, William A. Watchwell, Reverend James Falber, and many other black leaders. They've sat down, and I'm sure a lot of these policies that we're going over, they suggested, but Trump is listening, and he's trying to make improvements in the black community. So let's look at these policies. Let's see how racist these policies are. Trump has given more money to the black colleges than any president in U.S. history. He's given, in fact, $250 million a year, double, triple, more than any president. Obama in 2009 was going to let a policy that gave $85 million a year to black colleges elapse, but under pressure, he re-upped it. But his numbers does not compare to Trump. Trump has beaten double. Also, Kim Kardashian visited the White House talking to President Trump about Alice Johnson, a convicted drug dealer, but nonviolent, that was sentenced to life in prison. Trump gave her clemency. Also, she talked to him about Jack Johnson, and he gave him a presidential pardon. Trump then signed in effect the First Step Act. This First Step Act undo the Criminal Bill Act that President Bill Clinton signed in while he was in. And what the Criminal Bill Act did was end up giving unfair and unjust sentences to nonviolent offenders. Sometimes these nonviolent offenders were sentenced to prison and life over a mistake. Now, what Trump signed in, what it did, it ended up releasing thousands of people that were affected by this unfair bill. Now, out of thousands of these people that were released, 91% were black. You know, sure, a racist would do something like that, wouldn't he? Another thing he did was set up opportunity zones in poor urban neighborhoods, mostly black communities. He also signed executive orders to allocate resources to these areas to improve these areas for make it more desirable for businesses to move in. What that led to was the lowest African American unemployment rate in U.S. history. Okay? And I'm not talking about flipping burgers. I'm talking about good paying jobs. 70% of black women that works in white collar jobs, good paying jobs. Over 40% of black men that works in white collar jobs, good paying jobs. Now, these numbers have never been heard of under any president, not even under Obama. Obama don't come close to these numbers. You know, so you're telling me under a racist this happens? Somebody that's supposed to be a black president couldn't get this to happen, but a racist was able to make this happen? Now, what I'd like you to do is actually look at a journalist. His name is Jack Brewer. I am going to put his article down below in the description. I want you to read his article. He is a Democrat. He is a stout Obama supporter. But yet his article, and he even says it plain out in the article, Trump has done more for the black community than Obama ever did. So please read this article. I promise you it's eye-opening. You should walk away from that with clearer eyes. So I want you to read that. Now on to what Trump did when he first got in office for America. First thing he did was cut regulation for businesses. This enabled a growth in economy. Under President Obama, the GPA never got over 1.5%. Obama's economical expert said that basically that's the best it's going to get. You're never going to see anything better. But under Trump, after cutting the regulation, we saw the GPA at on average 3.5%. Some months it was 4, some months it was 5. And this was all before the COVID hit. Of course, when the COVID hits, things are going to go down. And, you can't help that. And, for those that say, well, he handled the COVID wrong, come on, man. It was not. He banned travel from China. And people called him racist during that time. The media and the Democrats were downplaying the virus at this time, saying it was not that bad. And besides, we were not going to stop it. You're not going to slow it down. COVID's here to stay. We just got to learn to live with it. Hopefully a vaccine will come out. But COVID is here to stay. If we can't stop the flu, we're not going to stop the COVID. It's just plain and simple. We're just going to have to learn to live our lives with it and quit hiding. But that's a different topic. But before the COVID, this happened. Before the COVID, he had the lowest unemployment numbers for Americans, period. Very low numbers. He also he redid the the unfair trades that we had with Mexico, Canada, and China. We redid those so it would benefit us too. It was one-sided. They got all the benefits. We had companies moving to these countries. And also he basically gave incentives for these companies coming back to America. Under his presidency, manufacturing jobs came back instead of leaving. So, he did something very good. Now, people said, well, the China trade war was rough. The tariffs back and forth. It was rough. And I know it was rough on the farmers, but he gave billions of dollars to the farmers during this time to basically help them out until we won the trade war with China, which we won. Now we have a more fair trade with China. So, he won the trade war. So, that benefits us. But, y'all are not going to, just want to think about he was hurting farmers. No, he wasn't. He gave them money to suffice. During that time, the media was just making it seem like the farmers were suffering, but they weren't. And he gave billions of dollars to help that out. He lowered our taxes. Now people was like, oh, he only for the rich. No, the lower taxes was for everybody, especially the small business. Small businesses owners may have a little money, but they're not rich by any means. When he gave them the biggest tax cut of all, which enables them to hire more employees and to give better pay. So, helping out the small business owners actually helps out the working class, and that's what mostly the tax cut did. But it also affected me. I have more money in my pocket because of tax cuts than I did before. So, thanks, Trump. I appreciate that. He also done an executive order cutting pharmaceutical order, cutting medicines in half. Basically, really lowering the prices of medicine. And that's what he did there. What he did for the veterans, okay. Veterans are now able to go to their own doctor and the government pays for it. It doesn't come out of their pocket. Before, they would have to go, there's one VA hospital, a group area would have to go. They had to make appointments, long waits. And I know a lot of it. I'm a veteran myself, but fortunately, I don't need to go to the VA, and I'm healthy enough, but I know veterans that would rather spend money out of their own pocket going to instead of going to the VA hospital, because they were able to get better treatment and also didn't have to wait. Now they can go to their own doctor and not spend the money, spend their own money. The government pays for it. Another thing he did was that, there was VA employees that were not very nice. They were bad apples to the veterans. Now he held the veterans, VA employees accountable. So if they don't take care of the veterans like they're supposed to, they can get rid of them and actually bring in people that will take care of the veterans. So that was a great thing he did. And another thing he did that y'all may not like, he built the wall. He promised, he fought, and he did it. These are some of the accomplishments that Trump has did. And, hate the guy or whatever, facts are facts. If he's a racist, he's the worst racist ever, because he's done a lot for the black community. And like I said, go check out Jack Brewer's article. I'll put the description in the link. I'll put the link in the description. Check out his article. Read it. If you like my video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button and share. Take it easy.